saying? Dirty status, dog. And I don't miss them days whatsoever. Not even a fucking little bit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
shit.
Like I will tell you this, I do miss the Titan days, the Philly, the big ass fucking Swishers and the big ass Phillies and them Titans
and the big ass tube,
tube. Yeah. It'd be nice to bring that back, but with the herb that we smoking today, not with none of that bullshit we was smoking then.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because that shit was crazy. 35 a G for some fucking mid.
I think the most I ever paid was like 25.
25 a G?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember doing 25 a G,
30,
35 a G.
Shit.
Nigga, we was like, and trying to cherish that little old gram.
Yup.
In a fucking
scissors. You gotta get them scissors. Don't break that shit up.
Put that shit. You gotta get scissors and a shot glass.
Yeah, don't touch that shit with your fingers.
Come on, man.
Oh man, fuck them days.
It's gonna take the crystals off. That's what it's gonna take the crystals off.
Man,
don't touch that shit with your fingers.
Them days, dog. That shit was whack. Cause like compared to how the fuck we smoke today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Fuck them days. I don't miss that shit for nothing, dog. Man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't, man. I'm a little fly today. You know what I'm saying? Nigga came off of work.
Yeah.
Straight to the pod type shit. You know what I'm saying? But we are here with another edition of Ridin High Presents your boy and Off the Kush podcast. You bitch you. We got a special guest in the building, man. An artiste, if you will. Not an artist. Nah. You got to put the teast on that. An artiste. You know what I'm saying?
That's
my boy. You know what I'm saying? My G, Gabe Herrera is in the building.
Appreciate that.
Legendary status.
Appreciate that introduction, Skub. Shoot.
Man.
Pleasure to be here, man.
It's been a long time coming, bro.
Yeah, been looking forward to it.
Already. Now look, for the people that don't know, you know what I'm saying, should know, you gotta let them know where the fuck you from.
I'm from Gregory, Texas. First and foremost, I mean, I always say I got three places that I hold myself close to my heart because I've been all over South Texas. But yeah, originally born in Corpus, straight to Pasadena, Texas.
Wow.
Back and forth, Portland, Gregory, Pasadena, Strawberry Park. Yeah. Chocolate Town. Yeah.
Fuck is all these places?
Baytown, Houston.
Okay, I was like Chocolate Town and Strawberry Park. Where the fuck?
A bunch of places, man. Just even Kingsville, even Aladusa, man. Even Aladusa for a little bit.
You've been all over this motherfucker.
All over, man.
Why was y'all moving so much?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was you all over like as a kid?
Like what were the reasons?
So I was the youngest of four, and you know the oldest siblings, my brother, he's probably almost 10 years older than me.
Okay.
And as a kid, you know, my parents split up.
Okay.
They probably split up when I was about like 3, 4.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You know, like right before school. You know.
Right. Real young.
Yeah. And then you know, mom was just traveling, working.
Get to the bread.
Yeah, getting to the bread. You know, moving different cities. You know, trying different things out.
Right.
But I mean, the majority of her family comes from Houston, Pasadena.
That's tight.
Pasadena, Texas.
That's tight.
So yeah, the three places I rep Gregory. That place made me. That showed me the world. Pasadena, that place raised me.
Right.
Showed me what to do. But now I reside in Portland. Matter of fact, Ochoa Street. 8.
That's tight.
That stands for 8 Spanish. But yeah, man, that's the block. Shout out to the block.
Yeah, already. Now, when did you leave Corpus? Like, at what age did you leave and go to that first spot?
Man,
like around 3? Was you that young? Like little like that, or a little
bit older? Maybe like maybe after school. maybe about 7, 8. You know,
That's what's up.
gone to Kingsville, to Awadusa.
Okay, so you left
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Corpus to Kingsville area?
Yeah.
Around 7?
Yeah, 7. Then getting to
You went
Pasadena.
but you, where did you go to elementary out here at?
Here in Corpus?
Yeah.
I went to what was it called? Damn, I hate that I don't know it right now. It was off of Leopard, right behind the Taco Bell. Is it
Zavala?
Nah.
Oak Park?
Oak Park. It was Oak Park Elementary. Yeah, I used to live on Naylor Circle.
Okay.
It was I didn't actually live there. My pop, he had himself a little thing, you know, with another woman out there. You know, that was my stepmom for a little bit, but yeah.
Had you stayed?
Yeah, but it was here in Corpus. I'm telling you, man, it was everywhere. You know, between mom and dad. You know, weekends here, week over here, school day over here, summer over here.
Yeah, that's live.
Yeah.
That's live because you got to see a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, man. And you know what, man? I got a country side of me, and that came from staying in St. Paul, a little town right out of Sinton. I was stay with my cousins, man. My cousins, like it was 5 of us, and
the country. I ain't never heard no fucking St. Paul, Texas.
Me neither.
country,
and I've been
man,
locked
country.
up in sin, and I ain't never heard of St.
yeah,
Paul.
St. Paul, man. It's like
know
right
that
on the
bitch
outskirts
country.
of that. But yeah, that shit was
Throw.
BB guns, shooting doves. You know, hey, if you shoot it, you eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't just shooting birds. You're gonna cook that shit. You're gonna prepare that shit.
We eating pigeon today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen somebody, you know, skin a rabbit or anything, you know, grab it by the legs and just
you pull all that shit
skin
off in one heave.
Yeah, man. Shout out St. Paul, Texas, man. That place showed me how to be, you know, country.
Yeah.
Live.
That's live.
We would ride around in go-karts, man, and raid deer blinds. You know, back then deer blinds weren't jacked up. You know, there was just some like corrugated tin, little shed. You know, we would raid them, man. We would find tobacco, whiskey, porno mags. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was.
How old are you at this time?
Man, that was always every summer. Every summer, you know,
That's
every
fucking
summer.
dope.
Every summer, go hang out with the cousins.
Yeah.
They had sports programs, like little camps and shit for kids that was out for summer, you know. So yeah, we would always be in Sinton, man, St. Paul.
That's crazy. I ain't never really been out that way, man.
You don't want to go out that way.
Yes,
What's Sinton like
cops,
out there?
man, cops, shit.
Oh, they live out there?
That's
Cowboys?
yeah. So if you're across the
Wild
bridge,
Wild West and shit?
if you're across the bridge and you get pulled over or something like that, you know, they
Like
take
towards
you.
Rockport and shit?
They take you to county, and the county, you know, is Sinton.
San Pat County, and
Yeah.
they always San Pat County. Like one of the slogans is like, "Go on vacation and leave on probation."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
they on
That's
that.
damn right. Yeah.
That's fucking...
And they don't even mean like going to San Pat County on vacation. They mean just like going through San Pat County to go to your vacation destination.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It's like a speed trap, man.
Like a motherfucker.
And at this age, what's the music that's being played around? Like what are your parents playing? What are you listening to?
It wasn't more or less my parents. It's my brother. You know, my brother was.
Right.
You know, my brother was already a teen. You know, when I was, you know, little 5, 6 year old. So, yeah. Now my brother was Avon MJG. Like I said, brother. I said the mainstream. My brother never listened to no tapes or nothing. He had 3 a.m. though, and you know, like greatest hits and stuff like that.
Classics.
But yeah, Machiavelli shit. Machiavelli was in Pasadena, man. When I lived there. And I would go over there for, you know, school year or the summer or whatever. Man, their radio stations was playing, you know, Bone Thugs. I forgot what Bone Thugs was on the radio, but they was playing Machiavelli on the radio.
Yeah, that shit's
they was
classic
playing,
shit. Like out here in Texas, did they have the Machiavellis 1 through like fucking 1,000 and shit? Like it was Machiavelli 1 and then Machiavelli 2 and then Machiavelli 3. And
Not that I recall. The only Machiavelli that I recall is basically like the Machiavelli CD, the Don Illuminati, the 7-Day Theory. Like I don't think we got like underground mixtapes and shit like that.
We got like fucking like 1 through 7.
Were they official or were they just some shit a nigga put together?
I don't even know, bro. Like, but I know niggas was jamming the fuck out them hoes like they was official. I don't know if they were, but I know that they was jamming them bitches tough, bro. It was I got the Machiavelli 6. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
right.
shit, like this nigga alive?
Damn.
Nigga dropping new shit every day, dog. Like, what the fuck?
I think I kind of know what you're talking about too. Yeah,
was crazy.
yeah. There was,
Yeah, I'm looking
there
it
was
up, but
some.
it seems like it was some bootleg shit.
Bootleg shit, yeah, I don't know, but there was a lot of them hoes. That shit was live. Now, at what age did you really start getting into like art? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I've been fully invested in the hip hop culture since a kid, man.
Come on.
And it started with graffiti.
Right.
And I remember like it was yesterday, man, being like at least 7, 8, old enough to think, old enough, gain consciousness,
Right. Old enough to remember.
Yeah. And being in the backseat of a car and just asking like at a train stop, like what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? What is this? What is this? Like, and I don't know, like
Being mesmerized.
yeah. And then my mom kind of like half-assed explaining it, like not, and that was it for me. For me, it was like, what is this? How does it get done?
Right.
What?
And how did your mom
Yeah.
explain it to you?
I don't know, man. I really don't even remember what she said about it. She kind of just brushed me off. That's the train, and I'm like, nah, mom.
Like, what's
the crazy colors that are like I don't know, like looking like spaghetti or something like.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah. What is this?
Yes.
Like, it's a train. This is a train tracks. This is a train stop. I'm like, God damn. And that was just like, well, I gotta figure out what this is on my own. Like,
Yeah. They ain't gonna tell me.
yeah, that once I don't know, at school, go back to school the next day.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, you ever
Questions
seen that
like
shit?
a
Yeah, you ever
motherfucker.
seen that shit on the trains? Like, look like spaghetti, like just start scribbling and
Live
shit.
as fuck.
What did it look like?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, come on.
It looked kind of like this.
Yeah.
Like,
What
yo.
grade is this in? Around how old are you?
And then it was
Man,
a rap.
it was young. That was elementary. That was, I don't know, third, fourth grade.
Did you go to Oak Park all of elementary?
Nah. That
What
was
other elementary schools did you go to?
in Corpus. I didn't go to any in Corpus. In Pasadena, I went to a school called Southmore, and then I went to another school, Pasadena. Shit.
And like this. So what is this, like fourth, fifth, and sixth?
Maybe like
Third, fourth, and fifth.
third, fourth, and fifth.
Oh,
Sixth
shit.
grade coming back and being in Portland and being in GP.
No shit.
Yeah. Sixth through high school was GP.
Did you play any sports at all?
Nah, not at all. I was
Strictly art.
I was the dude drawing.
Come on,
I was the
man.
one drawing constantly.
How did you end up going from Pasadena to Gregory? Was it like you moved out with your dad and moved back in with your mom? Or?
It was always back and forth.
Okay.
Mom go spend the school year with mom in Pasadena.
Okay. And then the summertime.
Summertime, come
Pops.
hang out with dad a couple of days. He had to work. Go to Sinton, hang out with your cousins.
Okay.
In the country.
Right.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out
away.
so whenever you were in Pasadena going to elementary, who were you living with over there?
My mom.
Okay, so whenever you come back and you go to Gregory, do you move with your dad, or do you still, or does your mom move to Gregory? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, I guess.
My dad lived in Portland.
Okay.
But my mom, she had a house in Gregory.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, my mom jumped like a lot. That's kind of like why my schooling was
Right.
because it was always, waiting to get transfers, and once he got a transfer, going to a different place. And then Pasadena was so big. I remember going to a school that was behind where I lived. I lived on a street called Francis Street, and that was in Pasadena. I don't remember the name of the school that I went there, but that school was right behind where I lived, and that's where I went. That's where I signed up, went. 2 weeks into it, they're like, "Hey, we just saw your address. You're not supposed to go to school here. You go to a different school." And I'm like, "I live right there." And they're like, "Yeah, call my mom. Have to go to a different school."
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, go to a different school, and yeah, man, just jumping around school to school was just.
It was a lot.
Yeah. But just drawing.
The whole
Always
time.
back to drawing. Like fuck it.
That's crazy. Did you never entered into any competitions at school?
Oh, all the time, man. I did a lot of accomplishments as a kid.
Right.
Man, probably every year. Every year as a kid.
Shit.
Every year as a kid from like 4th or 5th grade up, getting achievements for like, drawing. I even designed a logo for a football game for GP. And I know them motherfuckers made a lot of money off me as a kid.
That's crazy.
9th grade, 10th grade, drew a badass Wildcat.
That's crazy.
They made the shirt for it. The Wildcat coming. Like, yeah. I mean, they blessed my game.
Yeah, but they didn't bless your game financially.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
not at all. But I could do whatever I wanted. And
sold them hoes for $25 a pop.
Yeah, right, man. But yeah, no, I always had different accolades and achievements in art. And like I said, I want to say at the same time, fully invested in hip hop. Because right around that graffiti, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade.
That's what got you. That's what made you pick the pencil up.
Also at the same time, Pasadena, Texas, breakdancing. Like that was.
You was on that?
I was on it, man. Like I said, fully invested in hip hop.
I was on it too, bro.
Cover all the elements, dog.
Me too,
graffiti,
bro.
breakdancing, MC, DJing.
I was on the same shit, dog.
Same.
If you gonna be a b-boy, nigga, be a b-boy, nigga.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We finna do all of this.
So that's deeply enrooted in my blood. Like,
right.
I still wear the fat laces, Pumas.
Come on, man.
Echo. You know what I'm saying?
On,
like,
man.
I'm hip hop.
Straight up.
And it took me a long time to figure out. There's a very, very fine line between rap and hip hop.
I've said that I said that since as soon as rap hit the scene, and the reason why is all my favorite rappers are from the East Coast, and I'm a California native. I was born and raised in Southern California. Okay. And the reason why is because that's all that there was. There was no other rappers when I submerged myself into the culture. Yeah. It was a East Coast dominant game. Then came the West Coast. Then came the South. Yeah. So I was already rooted into, like you said, the elements of hip hop. So when I saw the other coasts jump aboard, I was like, okay, they rapping. Mm-hmm. It's not hip hop because they're not including any of these elements.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're just rapping.
Yeah.
And that was the difference for me. Like I can't speak for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that was the distinction and that fine line that you're talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel that 1,000.
I give praise to doing that because I did graffiti. Right. I breakdanced. I could skateboard too. Right. Like I was blessed. I was blessed to have all that shit to wherever I traveled. It was like, man.
I can fit it in
anywhere. Put me anywhere. I'll dominate this motherfucker. Yeah. I'll compete with the best of them.
Already.
That's love for the hip hop thing. About the music too, man. My brother, the majority of his stuff was, South Coast. He did introduce me to, some Beastie Boys, some East Coast. Right. It wasn't until I was in my late 20s, man, that
you pick up that hip hop.
Yeah. I discovered, man, Wu-Tang.
Right.
Wu-Tang, like, I totally changed. It fucked me up so bad that it was like, what am I doing?
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Already.
The majority of everything growing up though was, like southern music, like
country rap tunes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, and then like 5th or 6th grade, I already got the breaking down, I already got the graffiti down. Right. And I had a homie, man. 5th, 6th grade, man. Shout out Todrick Bass, dude. This is like over 20 something years ago, dog. Me and him was the only one 6th grade rapping back and forth, going.
Yeah.
Was he a black dude or what?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Hell yeah. You either gotta be black or a red-headed white boy.
Hey, that was my boy, man. Like,
Come on.
and we would just try to put words together, man. Just
Where's
put
this at?
words
Like Gregory
together.
Middle School? I mean, like Gregory Portland GP Middle School?
Yeah.
Already.
GP. That's
crazy.
GP.
Already.
Fifth, sixth grade, man. I remember fifth, sixth grade. I look for him. You know, the fire drill. Fire drill. All the kids come out. I'm like, man, we're tired of this.
Already.
Get a little cipher going, man.
Oh,
Like,
man, that's what's up.
yeah. That was like, that's something that blew me away. That was like, just putting words together.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did y'all even know how to rap, or were y'all just trying to do something?
Trying to make it happen.
Just putting words. I mean,
Literally putting words together.
just literally putting words
Were
together.
y'all getting better the more that y'all
course.
were like,
Yeah,
already.
Yeah,
Of course.
just going back and
Progression.
forth, you know,
Already.
on the spot, just trying to rhyme, just trying to spit some rhymes, twist up some words, like. And that was fifth, sixth grade. Seventh grade, they met like some homies. They was breaking,
Right.
You know, they already had breakdance crews, you know,
Already.
going head to head,
Of course.
and
Mandatory.
yeah, then smoking like fifth, sixth grade. It was around, you know, but it wasn't until like seventh grade.
And that
it
was like so what was your first time smoking?
first time smoking. I didn't get high.
Me neither, but
I think it was the first 3 or 4 times I didn't get high.
I feel that.
It wasn't until I hit a gravity bong. First time I smoked, it was a
That gravity bomb.
yeah.
boy.
First time I smoked,
That's
it
a
was
guarantee.
it was a pipe, and you know I probably wasn't holding the carb.
Probably not.
Just burning my
Yeah.
fucking lips and shit. Second time was a bong. I don't think I think I was filling it up.
right.
Third time was like a joint. I don't think I was inhaling it. The fourth, fifth time, man, was a fucking gravity bong.
Oh,
and that shit was shoved down my
Yeah,
lungs, and it was just like,
Already.
okay.
Already.
Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, goddamn.
Yeah, and that shit. Me and my homies, man, we would chill. Well, go back to the break-in shit. You know, different crews here and there,
Right.
battling each other.
Of course.
Then you know all the shit breaks up and the weed comes out, and homies just like, shit, you wanna chill? Chill. Like,
Yeah.
then you got homies just chilling, smoking weed, and we probably started a smoke crew before we started a rap crew.
That's crazy. I never even heard of it.
Yeah, but I whenever you say it, I know exactly what you mean.
That's live. That's so live.
So it was 5 of us. The original people was 5 of us, and we were the Filthy Five. Like, we were a smoke crew before we rap, and the 5 of us would go to parties. You know, it was the 5 of us.
Right.
Matter of fact, the other 2 homies that were in it at the time of school, they were like jocks. You know, like
Right.
football stars and shit.
Yeah.
But they hung out with, 3 other
Right.
pothead.
Already. Stoners.
Yeah, stoner, graffiti, break dancers, like
The delinquencies they would
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah. Hey, but one common goal, man. The 5 of us would probably, save up lunch money, gas money,
Right.
to
Make it happen.
Yeah. To at the end of the week,
We're gonna make it
we're
happen.
gonna get a half ounce of Reggie.
Come on.
We're gonna get a G of some Dro, some
Damn.
fucking hydroponics, fucking
Man, I
ponics.
remember them days, bro.
And we're gonna get, shit. It was whatever the adult wanted to grab out the liquor store for 25,
Man, y'all was doing
35
it
bucks.
big, bro. I ain't even
But,
gonna lie.
yeah.
My
the
niggas just be lucky to get a dime on Friday. Y'all getting a half and a gram
Yeah.
and some liquor.
Yeah,
Damn, y'all,
hey.
that's a party for us.
Hey, that was one of the things too, man. The 5 of us, we would chill, and man, we just get blown the whole weekend. We would stay at homie's house. I want to shout out the 5 members, man. It was me, and they call me Third. They call me Third forever. It's got something to do with graffiti.
Really?
And then when it was the 5 of us, you know how somebody got the weed, and they're first on it. A1. Whoever rolls it, they got back door. They got deuce.
Yeah.
And my homie, I would always say just Third. I would just say, hey, Third. Third. So it got to the point where they were just like, third.
Already.
Like I wouldn't even have to tell them. You know, somebody would light it, they would pass it to the second person,
Already.
and then they'd be like, third.
Already.
Third, where's that motherfucker at? Like, here, give it to him. So shout out, it was me, third, and then my homeboy Luis Santos, that was AKA Buck.
Come on.
And then we had Abel Ortiz, and he was AKA Script. And then we had the two jocks, man, and that was Andy Ramos, and that was AKA Chaos. And then we had big boy Lorenzo Brego, and that was AKA Teddy. And it was us five. It was us five. We did that shit every week, saved up our money through the week. So Friday we could get fucking faded.
Get
gone.
lit.
Tore the fuck up.
Yeah, I remember them. Man, I remember them fucking times. When was the first time you got caught smoking?
Smoking weed?
Yes.
I got caught smoking cigarettes before I got caught smoking weed.
I want the first time you got caught smoking herb.
Man. I don't really know. You know, I had a pack of cigarettes, or at least a box. Mm-hmm. And by that time I was already, I don't know, like maybe 12, 13.
With a box of cigarettes?
With a box of cigarettes, but the box. You got the box. You got the box, right?
Wildin'.
Yeah, well, I mean, my dad is like, sees the cigarette that, I mean, he goes through something, they fall out, something, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was like one of those, damn, smoking cigarettes. Like I was already riding go-karts, fucking with gasoline engines, you know, being a little knucklehead, broken bones, you know, from skating and shit. So I could see him being like, you gonna smoke cigarettes, huh?
What's me? I'm sitting there thinking in my head, it's like
cigarettes.
you're already doing a whole bunch of redneck shit.
Yeah,
so
it's
that
already
was just the next stage of redneck shit.
Yeah, already. You gonna start chewing dip?
Hey, but I think he was to the point that he was like gonna, you know, be cool with it.
Right.
And then he flips the fucking top up and it's fucking like 6 joints. And he's, but my dad was always so strict, bro, that like he just scared the shit out of you by not saying anything.
Yeah.
And just leaving, bro. Like that motherfucker would go out of town, go work in like San Antonio for like a turnaround and shit. And it would just be me and him, you know, living.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'd just be like,
terrified.
Damn. That fool call and say like, you put the clothes in the dryer. All right. And just hang up or something. Not even like a I love you or that. Just like just disappointment, man. Just disappointment.
Just pure disappointment.
When he seen the cigarette with the joints, man, he just threw it on the floor, man. I didn't see him until like the next day, I don't think, dog.
Stop.
And then I'm there, I'm like, do I pick him up? Do I whatever? But yeah, you know what? That was the only thing. That was the only thing. And then he dipped. And then he never said anything about it. And I'm like, shit. Fuck. That shit didn't come back until, man, probably like maybe 10th grade. I was a bad kid, man. I was a 3-time fucking freshman. Like just skipping school.
Yeah, you were wilding.
Hey, I was skip school.
3-time freshman.
3-time freshman, man.
You was
school.
Fucking tripping, bro.
See, by the time I was like,
shout out to Drew, man.
Yeah, by the time I was like 14, 15, I was with my pops because I knew he worked from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Right.
And he worked 5 days to 6 days, sometimes 7 days a week.
Already.
I knew I didn't have to see him much. Plus, my mom was, let's just say she was more of like the hood side, and you know and my dad was the more like well off, taken care of side, but very strict. Mom didn't give a damn, but you was in the hood, like you usually give a damn. Like
not already.
Dad, it was unlimited resources, but it was strict. I'm
on your ass.
Yeah. Mow the lawn, you know,
right.
Trash taken out, like you never have to do none of that. But yeah, I'm getting off the subject that I was talking about, but yeah, man, just being with him at an early age, he was always gone, you know, like just just gone. And I got a hardship license when I was like Yeah, 14, 15.
Oh,
I think my
you
15th
big
birthday.
wildin', dog.
Yeah, he gave me a car, 15.
Nah, you
Was
big
in the whip,
wildin'.
me and the homies, you know, that by that time, you know, we're still freestyling.
In the whip.
In the whip, you know, running around town. I got to give a shout out to another one of my childhood friends, man, Carlos Acosta. He was the DJ back in the day.
Live.
So when we were kids, before we had, man, my story's going to be all over the place.
Nah, you good.
When we were kids, 14, 15, we were partying in a shack.
Okay.
And it wasn't a shack. It was I want to say like a 1,200 square foot building with like a little
Bar.
on a bar awning.
Yeah.
They had 2 turntables,
Oh, no shit.
you know, stacked up them old Sony stacks, you know, the equalizer, the tape player.
You got electricity in there, motherfucker?
Yeah. That matter of fact, there was an old liquor store in Gregory, Texas. Any Gregorians that are watching this will tell you it was an old liquor store in Gregory, Texas, off of the highway. And that shack was in front of my homie's house, Carlos Acosta, DJ Los. And man, we would host some wild parties, man. We
Like
would,
illegally or legally? Like, did y'all have access to that building?
oh yeah.
Okay,
No, it was on his property. His dad
Okay.
owned it.
I was thinking
His
like
dad-
y'all sneaking into this shit, doing this shit. Nigga, y'all.
What it was his dad. His dad owned it, and his dad, man, rest in peace, Mr. Acosta. He had like a little karaoke bar for himself, and he had all the equipment in there, and plus his sons and my homeboy Los's brothers. You know, they were I wouldn't say musicians, but you know, DJs, like
Yeah.
like have the equipment, lighting, and
Yeah.
and you know, just turntables, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was our live DJ, man. And 5th, 6th grade, we were partying, man. We were partying.
That's lit.
We were partying there. By the time we got to junior high, the high schoolers were coming to our parties because we were getting, and we were
That's
towed
crazy.
up. We had our own drinks. We had, you know, weed. Shit, we had ecstasy, man. We were kids. We had ecstasy,
Y'all
man.
y'all was doing too much.
What was
wild.
your original graduation class year supposed to be?
I think it was supposed to be 2004.
Already.
Okay.
So you're around my age. You're around 38, 39?
Well, it was supposed to be 2004. Some bullshit where I was taken back so much. By the time I was in high school, it was supposed to be with 05. 3-time freshman, they kicked me out in 03.
Well, see, and that's what I wanted to speak on
Yeah.
too. Like, because Skub, like 3 times freshman, that's crazy. But I don't know how it is over there. But in Texas, bro, I ain't gonna say it's common, but it's not out of the ordinary. You know why? Because your parents have made you go to school for 3 years,
Yeah.
but you ain't went to class for 3 years.
Yeah.
So even though you can't, because you can't legally just drop out until you're like 17. You know what I'm saying? Right. Otherwise, your mama gonna have to go to court. So you didn't went to school your freshman year, your sophomore year, and your junior year. But by the time your junior year ends, you barely got enough credits to. You still a credit or 2 credits short of becoming a sophomore.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying. It's not like, oh, we're gonna hold you back another year, your freshman year. We're gonna hold you back again. It's not like that. It's basically you're going to school. You're there. You can legally say I'm in 11th grade. I'm in 11th grade, but technically you're still a freshman. You're an 11th grade fucking freshman.
Yes.
Basically, is what that would be.
Yeah.
You're in 11th grade with the credits of a freshman.
With the credits of a freshman. Yes.
That's how they do it out there.
Exactly.
That's how they do it out there too.
So yeah, but I got, man, court ordered to get a GED, but I was fresh. I went to a private school and I paid a certain amount of money to walk across the stage with them. Long story short, ended up graduating in 03.
From GP High School?
Not from GP, from here in Corpus. It was a program at Del Mar.
Oh, shit, already.
Yeah. I went to a teacher. I think he passed away. His name was Mr. Brown, but he had like a dropout program.
Right.
And you had a certain amount of years to qualify. I was supposed to go to these classes, GED classes.
Yeah.
Instead of going to that bullshit, I went to him. He gave me like a placement test, whatever, and he's like, you can just go here, take the test, and they'll do whatever you got to do. I remember going to Del Mar, and they're like, you're under a school program, you can get a diploma. You pay this undisclosed amount of money, you can also walk across the stage here at Del Mar, and they'll give you a photo package, all this other shit. Yeah. So it wasn't a diploma. I was like, shit. And I did that, and I went back to school, man. Would go and try to chill with the homies, they'd be like, get the fuck. Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker, you don't go here.
And my dad was cool about it. You know, at first, like I said, man, I would just skip so much school. I wouldn't go. I'm not gonna go. Like, Pops is gone by 5:30 a.m. and shit. He ain't gonna be here till 6 p.m. I'm like, shit, the homies would skip school and they come to my crib.
Yep. That's how you become that fucking freshman.
That was the spot.
Yep.
It was my crib. You know, pull up. I'm here every day. Like, but yeah. Then,
y'all smoking weed inside the house and shit? Already.
No, you wasn't. Oh, okay.
Already. Y'all wasn't going that far yet? Already.
Nah.
But it wasn't nothing to step outside and smoke some blunts or smoke some J's. It wasn't
Yeah. That was probably the second time I got caught with weed, man. Well, before I got kicked out of school, me and the homies was in the garage, you know, skipping school. And my dumb ass didn't think. I was looking outside, it was raining. And my dad, you know, worked in the oil field.
Fucking shrimp. And they big smoking.
Yeah, and we're smoking, garage open, you know. Pools in the driveway. It's like me and 5 or 6 of my homies.
Big fall.
Back in the day, getting dro, you know, it's 1G.
All y'all supposed to be in school.
All of us are supposed to be in school. We made one of them bullshit ass foil pipes around the pen. You pull. So we're in the garage with the foil pipe,
looking like some fucking tweakers.
And then that dro was good. Hey, that dro, I think it was some fucking like Northern Lights, some White Widow shit.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what was hot back then.
It didn't smell like fucking Reggie. It didn't smell like no weed.
Right.
So yeah. Pops comes in, looks around, doesn't say shit. Well, he sees my homie that he knows, his dad, hits him upside the head. Everybody takes off running, right? That motherfucker just grabs me, throws me in the crib, doesn't say shit, you know, just starts just trying to slap me, you know, like he ain't going hard. He ain't trying to beat me or nothing. But it's serious. Like, it's serious.
Oh, God.
Whatever the fuck you got going on. I'm like, yo, dad.
You ain't trying to hear none of that.
Whipped my ass, you know, fucking did all this shit. Then, you know, was cussing, gets away from me. You know, I'm like, fuck. Like, oh shit. He's in the garage. I'm already in the crib. I'm in my room. I'm like, fuck. Do I talk to him?
This nigga wild.
Again, man, he's not one of many words, bro. You know, he did that little thing, you know, showed off, slapped me a couple times across the head, maybe in the face. Yeah. And he dipped out for a little bit. And it wasn't until he came back later. You know, that was probably about 1:30, 2 in the afternoon. He ain't come back to the crib about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
By the time he comes back at 9, comes in the room, he's like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry too. Yeah. And he's like, man, I just never thought my son would be, you know, smoking crack. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, Pops, time out, dog. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, one, what the fuck?
Damn.
I'm like, 2, what makes you think that? He's like, you got that fucking pipe. He's like, y'all motherfuckers are in a fucking circle, fucking Indian circle, passing that pipe. He's like, yeah, I roll up and your homie's over there just fucking for the life of him. I'm like, nah. He's like, it smells like fucking, I don't know what the fuck it smells like. You
burnt
know, like,
foil.
Yeah.
Weed,
burnt foil and some fucking nice, you know, early
Kush,
hydroponics.
Yeah, he don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so like, I'm like, nah, the pipe's still there. Like, I'm the one with the weed. I'm like, it takes him a little bit, you know, to like, smell it, checking it out, checking the weed out. Hey, and my dad wears glasses just like me.
Right.
And he don't see out of them. He sees over them.
Right, come on.
So he's there with that shit like that, you know, looking at it, smelling it, looking at it. He's like, well, do that shit in the backyard. What the fuck, you stupid? So I always tell my homies too. And then he told me too, he goes, if you're going to be smoking here, your homies that smoke here, you better be chiefing, blazing fucking saddles over there. You better be burning smoke clouds in that motherfucker with them. I'm like, all right. But yeah, I had to get my ass whooped. But from then on, he never said shit. I ain't never do it in the house.
Yeah.
You know, I never.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. I never, you know, smog it out. Never had 20 people over, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it taught me that when I was young, and
That's
I was 15. 15, yeah.
Bruh.
That was shit. That was worth it. I was already. That taught me a lot. That taught me like the homies too,
Right.
because I'd be like, you know, they pull up, hey, let's get blazed. I'm like, hold on, like,
It made you think.
what you gonna do after this?
Oh,
You know,
God.
you need to slow down, and then they're like, I'm gonna take off. Man, you was just trying to fucking smoke here. Get the fuck out of here. You get the fuck. Yeah, you ain't gonna do it comfortably here.
Right. Made you see who your real friends were, bro.
Yeah. Had to get my ass whooped for it.
Yeah,
Had
true.
to think he was fucking smoking rock, but it was worth it, dog. Hey, it was worth it, bro. It was worth it. I tell my homies.
That shit is hilarious.
Tell my homies we be there smoking and shit. And too, man, he kind of let me drink. Like he was one of the people like, you want beer? You want some beer? And like you grab the beer and you're like, what the fuck? He's like, So, you know, I was never really into beer and shit, but by the time I was like 17, 18, you know, drink in the backyard, not in the fucking garage, not out in the street.
Right.
But yeah, he was always cool about, I mean, shit, my pops was cool as fuck about everything.
Now,
man.
how did your mom feel about it?
Man, back to my mom, I was in Pasadena, man. I was smoking cigarettes as a kid. Like,
In front of moms? Ain't no way.
check it out. Got caught by mom.
Okay.
Me and homie got caught by mom.
Right.
And I want to say it was maybe 10, 11. You got to understand, it's Pasadena, Texas. This boom. Kids were doing
Right.
wild
A lot.
shit in
A
school.
lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Already.
Way advanced.
Already.
Way fucking advanced. And she caught us with some cigarettes. I remember she sit us down and she's like, I'm going to tell you this one time only. You don't smoke inside my house. Beat your ass if you smoke inside my house. I said, but if you and your homie can pull out a cigarette each from that box and eat it right now, I'll buy cigarettes for you from here on out.
Y'all did not start chewing on goddamn cigarettes.
We ate them 2 cigarettes. We each ate a cigarette. We're sick for the next 9 days.
Oh, God.
On the 10th, mom had a pack of Camels. So by the time,
crazy.
by the time, and it wasn't like I'm gonna go to the store and go buy you cigarettes. No, it was like,
Mom, you got a square?
mom had 10 out of the 20 and just left them there.
Yeah.
Left them in the
Alright.
living room or something, like. But yeah, that
I had a partner like that too, growing up in my little neighborhood. He was like an older guy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was like 40 living with his parents and shit.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And like he would be like, Skub, I don't contribute to the delinquency of minors. And then that nigga he'll do me like this. He'll pull a cigarette out and go like this. Whoops.
Yeah, hell
Yep.
yeah.
yeah.
But I don't contribute, Skub.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I appreciate you, Marty. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Appreciate you, Marty.
The OGs.
Yeah, man.
But I always knew as a kid, and you know what? Thank God for that shit, because by the time I was 12 or 13, like, I was done with cigarettes. I was like,
Already, I'm over it.
and then going, with the homies in the country and sitting, smoking cigarettes and being in different blinds, cigarette blind. I'm like, man, I'm done with cigarettes. Where's the weed? Like, where's the weed?
That's what I'm on. I feel that.
Mom, by the time I was that age, 15, 16, mom was just pretended to be oblivious to it. I mean, she knew.
Already.
She wouldn't be there. She would dip out. Me and the homies are outside on the porch and coming back in, fucking reeking. She'd dip out.
Did you always have to find new friends?
I always had the ones in Gregory.
So, okay, already.
Always had the ones in Gregory.
Okay. So when you left and came back, they gonna be there.
And then coming from Pasadena, coming back there, what they're doing in Southmore. They're all breakdancing.
You putting them on shit.
What are you doing over there?
Right.
What are you doing over there?
You showing them shit. Right.
Like, what are they doing there? Who's battling who? Or what? Back when I was a kid, it was like, if you ain't got windmills, you ain't shit.
Already.
Don't even try to try out for the crew.
Right.
You need windmills, and that was
What was the big cruise that was running around in Gregory and shit?
man. It was Playboys. It was called Playboys.
That's great.
Playboys. Yep.
That's great. And, like, and who the fuck? Like, who are they battling?
Shit, there was other crews everywhere.
That's
There
crazy.
It's the other side of the bridge. So
Oh, so okay.
Sinton,
Rockport.
Aransas, Taft, Rockport,
That's crazy.
coming to different community dances. Community center dances.
Already.
That's one thing as
Calling
kids.
niggas out.
Yeah, for real.
Man, I remember them days. That shit was so fun.
Yeah.
Like you niggas, hey, I remember going to parties and to amusement parks and calling niggas out, and people gathering, and then security guards coming thinking that it's gonna be a big fight.
Yeah, and just breaking.
And then niggas start pop locking, and the security guards be like, "What, man? Man, y'all pop locking?" Yeah, this is what this is all about, sir.
Man, we were deep into it. Like, spent a whole week. Hey, the Uptown Rockers from be over there. Like, we need to come through. Like,
We need to come correct,
break them off.
practicing.
And me and the homies was different crews, man. The Lazies, we was the Lazy Boys. But yeah, the crew that was above us was the Playboys. That's Gregory, Texas. Shit.
And this is before y'all are rapping and
This
shit.
is before we were
Already.
rapping. This was before
Already.
that was like the golden ticket
Right.
to popularity.
What, rapping?
Breaking.
Okay.
The
Already.
breaking. Because that was getting really good at it at a young age.
And I'm
Like,
guessing this is around the time, if you're in Corpus, this is like prime city skates. Like, did y'all ever
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
with city
Hell
skates?
yeah.
Like, city skates, nigga, like, because now that you're
Hell
saying
yeah.
this, I remember, bro,
Yep,
like
city skates.
2000, 99, 98, 2000, what? That's
Yeah.
like all like, niggas were going to city skates to break dance. Like,
Motherfuckers
they
would
didn't
show
give
up
a
with
fuck about
helmets.
skating. They were going with them Jinko jeans to go straight up break dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, they didn't give a fuck about no roller rink, no rollerblades, no skating rink, none of that.
To stomp the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
So, like you said, we're going
It
over
was
there to call
serious.
your crew out.
It
We
was
know y'all
serious.
gonna be there this Friday.
Already.
It was serious. Like,
What's all that shit you were talking last week?
yeah, hell yeah.
Already.
Start off with some, crazy shit. That was back when wearing nicknames on beads. I had the red and white beads and shit. What was my
I remember
nickname?
them fucking days, dog.
What was my nickname back then?
In Cali, bro, they had different scenes, dog. So they had the breakers, like, and they had crews, and then you had like the greasers and the socias. Like, they had the greasers, them niggas would dress like James Dean and all that shit.
Yeah.
They had their crews, and then you had the ravers, which they had their crews, and then you had like groovers, which was like sort of like ravers. It was deep.
Yeah.
And these niggas, and them niggas would battle each other, fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Serious.
Serious, nigga. Then we had the tagging crews. All that shit.
Yeah.
All that shit, bro. That shit was lit.
Fully invested in the culture.
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't until getting kicked out of school or close to getting kicked out of school, like, serious about the rapping.
Right.
Like I said, we were kids partying in that shack.
Come on.
And
And y'all had that karaoke machine.
But you and what was the name? Todd? Was it Todd Bass?
Yeah. We was just rhyming.
Y'all never did nothing together on
nothing
wax
together.
or nothing like that. Okay,
Yeah,
just
matter
a
of fact-
nothing more than a cipher at school type shit.
Yeah.
Already.
After 5th or 6th grade, I think he ended up moving somewhere.
Already.
I didn't see him.
Already.
But yeah, I remember those days vividly. 5th, 6th grade. In the cafeteria, before school, after school, before the bus came. Where's Todd?
This nigga Freak said musical knife fights. This ain't
real.
West Side Story, nigga.
For real.
Let me see. Somebody just left a comment right here. They said,
Nigga said the Jets.
imagine coming
Yeah.
all the way from GP all the way to almost Flower Bluff. Hell yeah, just to go
Yeah.
fucking break dance.
Hell
shit.
yeah.
He ain't
That's
lying.
crazy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's
Wearing them fucking Adidas snap shoes.
All about
Hey,
snap away.
You were a bad motherfucker if you're doing, windmills or head spin and you snap that motherfucker out. Be out there in your fucking underwear and shit. You was the man if you did that shit.
When them breakaways hit the scene, my nigga.
Hey, black and gold. I had the black and gold, dog.
I had the original,
black
the white and black joints, dog.
I think the original was red and white, dog.
And them hoes was litty, dog. I felt, bro. And then we had the basketball shorts up under that.
Yeah.
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 That shit, I'm ready at any given time, motherfucker. What? I snap these motherfuckers right on off.
So y'all's rapped in kind of starts, but I kind of see where on a Facebook post where you were saying y'all were kind of like the little brothers to some other rap crew. So
that was Seven Sins. Shout out Seven Sins.
Were they before y'all?
They were before us.
Okay.
Like I said, to explain it.
Mentors.
To explain it, we were probably in junior high while they were in high school.
Okay.
Already.
And they were
Let's run
seniors.
through it, shit. We got no time. Let's run.
Then they were spitting.
Yeah, they were spitting, and they would, like I said, they would come party with us, and we would freestyle, just freestyle in the shack.
But they were already an actual like rap crew that they were calling themselves.
Yeah, they were a rap crew. The Seven Sins. That was them, and like I said, we were Filthy Five, but we were never a rap crew. Like that's what we called the five of us.
Right.
We would smoke, like.
Right.
That's what we were doing this weekend, the five of us.
Right.
And out of those five, two of us that do that, I said earlier, Buck, it was just me and him that was rapping. That's when we were rapping in that shack with my homeboy DJ Los, Carlos Acosta. And that was in Gregory. And like I was telling you earlier, we did that and we were just putting shit on, tapes. Just moving the tapes here and there. At that time, just passing with our homies, like we wasn't even making that much. We were making, there's probably like 7 or 8, copies out there. And I think at that time, the crew that was above us, like our brother crew, that Seven Sins, they were already starting to put like stuff on CD.
Already, that's what I was gonna ask you to. Hell yeah.
And they let us hop on some stuff like at the very beginning. Matter of fact, I got some stuff that I did with his name's Big Lust from that crew. I don't know all the crew members from that Seven Sins, but I know it was Toothpick, Lust, Weddle, some other dudes. Forgive me, y'all, for not knowing all their names, but
were they nice?
Man, dog, they picked us up,
and they were letting y'all hop on tracks.
They were letting us hop on tracks,
but those tracks were actually coming out on CD that other people were hearing. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, they were putting us on CD.
Already.
Kind of like coaching, showing us shit in the game.
Yeah.
And like by that time that we started to do like a couple little concerts and shit, like different little shows. Matter of fact, we did some shit with what's his name from here back in the day, Elite One.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We ended up opening for him at a couple different shows. We also did a talent show back in the day here at it was the Yellow Rose back then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we ended up getting a second best in overall performance. Me and the little crew that I was in.
That's dope.
And
yeah, man. Out of the Filthy Five, y'all, like I said, y'all were under the Seven Sins, but how many of y'all actually rapped from the Filthy Five? Because you were just saying it was basically just two of y'all.
It was just two of us, and then one came along, and then the two original, they never rapped. So the three out of five. The three out of five of us later added one of the members' younger cousins, because he was younger than us, and he came later. So apart from the five, when we started rapping, the Filthy Five became 5 members that rapped, and it was me, third, my homeboy Script, that was Abel Ortiz, and then Luis Santos, that was Buck, and that was us 3, and then Script's cousin was the younger one, and he came along. Shit, my bad. He came along, and he fucking killed it. His name was Paul Ortiz. That was a Platinum Paul, and he was just gifted on the mic. Shout out to Platinum Paul, still cold with the lyrics. And the fifth member, it was, I don't know, man. We tried to find someone. After time went on, the guy that we transitioned from the analog stage to the digital stage, that DJ ultimately ended up hopping on the music with us. And that his name was Henry. We called him Horrible Henry. Shout out to him. He's had so many other crews and shit. He's locked up at the moment, man. Free him, free Horrible. But yeah, he transitioned us from, you know, freestyles in the shack, you know, recorded on tape, to bars with a mic, you know, studio program. At that time, I think we were using I want to say N-Track.
Say acid.
Yeah, no, it was N-Track, and that was it. And shit, we started putting this shit on CDs and taking them to school, and man, that shit was selling. Man, that shit was. That's live. It was making a little buzz. And shit. A little buzz. Yeah. Man, that shit was the funnest shit we ever did, man.
That's dope. That's fucking dope.
The shows and shit that we went to, like I said, the Seven Sins, you know, they put on their own show there in Gregory, Texas.
Were y'all just doing shows only in Gregory or what?
Nah, we were all over the place, man. We did some here in Corpus at the Galvan Ballroom, like in the upstairs back in the day. And then also like at the JRM in Sinton, I think. Also like the Aransas Community Center and shit. It was so long ago, man. Yeah. Some at the Yellow Rose too. Like I think it was 2 times at the Yellow Rose with like Elite One. That was so long ago, man. Shit.
Now to jump forward a little bit, when did the tattooing come into the play?
That stemmed from the graffiti. Already. And that I could always draw. Like I draw every day. Yeah, like, can't get me to stop drawing sometimes. Like, and that comes from a kid, man. I remember being going to a book fair and wanting a comic book poster, like a Marvel Wolverine poster, and I couldn't get it. You know, mom couldn't afford it. Already. And instead of that, she bought me like 3 poster boards, and, you know, a pack of markers and some other shit, like some paints. And she's like, you could make 3 posters, you know, better than that. You know, that one that was, you know, $5 or whatever. And I remember, dog, that first poster board, it was shit. Like, I'm mad enough to say it was terrible. Right. And it only made me like, fuck that. Get the second one. Yeah. Fuck Wolverine. I'm finna put Cyclops. Yeah. I'm gonna put Storm. I'm gonna put, you know, Xavier. I'm gonna put everybody, you know, Beast, Nightcrawler. Yeah. And I'm gonna go crazy on it. You know, spent like 2 days, 3 days. No shit. Yeah, just every day after school coming home. Going hard. Just thinking about it while I'm at school. Yeah. You know.
Can't wait to get to the crib.
Yeah, taking comic books in my backpack. Yeah. To school. Yeah. You know, during class and shit, flipping through it. I'm sketching that shit on paper. Yeah. Getting all my drawings, going back home and like, all right, yeah.
Put all this together.
Made the baddest motherfucking poster. Stop. That's the craziest thing for an artist, to impress themselves.
Yes.
To stand back and be like, holy fuck. Like nobody was behind me. Yeah. There was nobody in that room. It was my room. Yeah. That was on my wall. That was what I wanted. Fire. You know, I didn't conform and, you know, buy whatever they just had. Made my shit what I wanted.
That shit feels great, don't it?
I would stare at that motherfucker. That's when I was like, hey, anything's possible.
Come on, man.
Anything's possible.
Real shit.
Whatever. Anything's possible. Can't tell me I did that. You know, just standing in the mirror like, see that shit? Like, yep. Man-made, created that shit by hand.
Not to go back a little bit, but on the comments too, I saw where you had said that I think Freak had said in the comments he had one of y'all's old CDs, and you were saying like y'all had some that MRAF's mom at the Trade Center would get y'all CD and sell it. How did y'all get her to sell y'all CDs?
Man, that's a crazy story. So when we were making these CDs, we were in high school. Our biggest sellers were in school. Of course. You know, we were the Filthy $5 a CD. You know, burn CDs. It was always $5, and it wasn't 5 tracks. It was 10, 11. Some freestyles, not of our own beats, but other beats. That we put hooks on and verses, and we sold them. We sold them. The first place that we sold, apart from us selling them, we sold in our town, and that store is still there, still called the same thing. Some changes are made, but it's a store in Gregory, Texas. It's called La Tendita. And back in the day, we went over there, 5 CDs. Hey, we sell these $5 a pop. Give us 40. You sell them here. You keep the rest of the money. Yeah. And they did. And it wasn't even a week, man. Like, we're in that drive-thru because they had a drive-thru. Yeah. We're in that drive-thru buying Swisher Sweets, and they're like, "Hey, we sold all them CDs. Bring another 5, bring another 10." That gave us confidence. Dude, sometimes we would come to Corpus and we would go to both the malls. Back then, Sunrise was popping. It wasn't La Palmera. It was Sunrise. That was Staples. That was Staples Mall, and it wasn't. It wasn't like the Sunrise, man. The Sunrise was popping. We would walk in there, man, and we would walk in there with a little boom box, like a little a round Sony CD player, boom box. Not play it on the boom box, but have some headphones plugged to it.
Okay.
And let's say like 3 or 4 of us were in a group, and they would walk around with that, and then 2 of us over here, or 3 of us over here, and we would walk around with the Discman with same headphones. Hey, this is our crew. You want to check this out? You want to buy these? It's $5. It's $5. 12 tracks. Check us out. Check us out. Right. And what we would do is every time we would come to Corpus, we would make sure we would hustle them till we made sure that we got gas money, got 20 on a half, not a half, a 20 sack.
A 20.
It wasn't a half. It was a 20 sack.
A quarter.
Get a 20 sack and shit. Go grub at Wiener Schnitzel or something.
Oh, really?
And we would hustle them like that. And I just remember, we went to the Trade Center. We're like, let's go do the same thing, we do to them here, to them, and did the same thing. Went over there with the CDs and a boombox too. I mean, they had a boombox too, but yeah, it was his mom. It was his mom, and it was me specifically talking to her.
Damn.
Yeah, shout out Emrath and his mom.
And you're still in high school at this point?
Still in high school. You know what?
Crazy,
you know
bro.
what?
That's dope.
You know what? I might have been like I said, I got kicked out. I might have been the only one that was out of school while
supposed to be in school still.
While other my homies were in school.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And we was working it. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
And yeah, man, straight up went over there, told her the same game plan. And yeah. And she was like, yeah, put it on. She's like, yeah, let me hear it. Yeah, put it on. That's us. That's all right. Hell yeah. Yeah, you know what? Give me 10. I think we told her, like 5. She was like, shit, give me 10.
Damn.
And we did it a couple times. What was it? I think it was called Cruising Sounds, right?
Yeah, Cruising Sounds.
Yeah,
in the Corpus Christi Trade Center. Charlie Boy even said that on the Freestyle King CD one time. Shit.
I met Charlie Boy in the Trade Center too, and it wasn't at Cruising Sounds. It was at somewhere else. And I remember talking to him, and I remember telling him that my name was Third, and he was like, "Just Third?" I was like, "That's it," or 3. And then my homies would just call me like Third Izzle, Third 30 Act, Third Olo, Third Norris, like just Third, Third in the Bird. I used to drive a Firebird.
Come on.
And that was my rhyme. That was my go-to. It's the big Third and the white Firebird. Like, it's true. It's real. It's facts, motherfucker. It's outside. It's outside. Yeah. That was my shit, man. Yeah. That was
especially
me.
in the days of major cap rap. I got the Versace fucking Camaro, fucking, you know, nigga,
No,
where?
my shit outside. My shit outside.
He said my shit outside, nigga.
Yeah. I do that shit with everything. In the white Firebird, scrape the curb, have some nerve.
Pull
Yeah.
up in the big white bird.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Third in the bird. That was it.
Fucked up.
Yeah, my homies know
Saw
it.
me pull up, bitch.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna cap though. It was no Trans Am. It was, it was a V6. Can't cap on that. Shit, I wish it was a Trans Am.
In high school, or still supposed to be in high school with
Still
the bird.
supposed to be
You still that nigga.
Still supposed
Shit.
to. Before I was in.
Niggas in high school have them caravans and
Yeah,
shit. Just,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
Grand
old
Am.
mom car and shit.
Grand Am or something.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
A 91 Subaru.
Or a fucking,
shit.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Old fucking 85 Civic and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I remember even.
Nissan Stanza.
That's barely standing.
That was one thing too, man. Having a car in
Bro, that's what I'm
school,
saying.
man, is I would just dip.
And if you had a decent looking car, you were that nigga.
Hey, I would just go. I would go honestly, man, and grow.
That's
go
why
to
y'all have
lunch
football players who were y'all homies.
and shit. Hell yeah.
Winner, nigga.
Hey, we were
yeah.
tight. Hey, us five, we were tight before the rap shit. Us five would fucking spend the night at Louis Santos' house, dog. Fucking Fresno Street, Gregory, Texas.
Getting blown.
Getting blown, hey, off a gravity bomb, off of an
All
Ozarka. Cut the bottom off of Ozarka
Yeah.
thing. We're putting
All
it in a
night.
trash can.
Y'all was
Full of
wildin'.
water.
Y'all niggas was wildin'. Y'all was
When
wildin'.
did back to the tattoo shit? Not to try to take over. Another.
Yeah.
When did like you do like when did you feel comfortable like doing tattoos?
Man, I was getting tattooed young. I was getting tattooed at like 14, 15.
You were giving or getting?
Getting.
Ain't no way.
Yeah. My mom's boyfriend, she was with this dude that tattooed. Matter of fact, he kind of showed me, but his shit was whack. His shit was whack. That shit was whack, man. Like,
looking at it, that's great. Hey, imagine a 15-year-old looking at your shit and then looking at you and looking at your shit and then looking at you.
And you a homegrown
Yeah.
ass man.
it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
shout out Emilio, motherfucker. That motherfucker. That motherfucker stole my drawings, dog. That fool took my drawings,
Shit
bro.
Hilarious.
Like, you know what? That's how you could tell.
Crazy. Man.
That's how you could tell an artist from a different artist. That shit broke my heart because I would fucking draw. I had shit in that book that I had since fucking 4th grade.
And that nigga was still your 4th grade.
Stole that shit. Took that whole motherfucking cluster, dog. And that wasn't on like some graffiti shit because I keep graffiti books. The graffiti books is on the side. Like this book was just like drawings, chicks' faces, and like demons and shit. Like some off the wall, badass designs.
That nigga took that shit straight to his shop.
Took that shit.
Look what I've been working on my whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
That's fucking
On some shit.
Out of there,
Hey, on some shit like where that happened, and I just tell the story. Like
that's fucking
I was his apprentice. He was showing me shit. We were going to different places, and he was showing me the ropes, but he couldn't show me how to draw.
Right.
It was always like
he just can tattoo.
you can tattoo. He had been to jail.
Right.
He had gotten a tattoo. He had seen
Right.
somebody set up a tattoo. Like
And now you're a tattoo artist.
he's a tattoo artist, right? So the last place he took me to, we get there and he's gonna tattoo his homie, right? It's the same thing. And plus, he was a
So he didn't even have a shop. He's just pulling up on people.
he just pull up on people. If he didn't tattoo at the crib there at my mom's crib, he fucking went to somewhere. So we went to this dude's house and we set up and he's gonna do something on him. And he wants something drawn. And the dude's like, draw me this. And homie's like, all right, draws it, right? Doesn't draw it on him. He draws it on paper. And then he's like, if you like it, you can make a stencil. Yeah. Looks at it. He's like, bro, what the fuck? It was like, it was terrible, man. I would say like kindergarten shit, but I don't want to insult a fucking kindergartner.
Damn.
Like it was whack. Like you shouldn't be drawing. You shouldn't.
That's crazy.
Like it was terrible.
That's
and
crazy. That's fucking bananas.
So after arguing with the dude for a minute, he's like, I mean, he can draw you something or whatever. And I remember what it was, bro. It was a star. It was a star, and the dude wanted a skull inside of it. Right. Like half, half the star and the skull like facing out. Right. I don't fucking know. I just remember drawing it, sketching it, and the dude was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. And the dude was like, yeah, like, all right. And then he sets up, he don't even set up, he's making me do all this shit. I'm setting up, doing all this shit, whatever.
You over,
yeah, he's making the stencil, whatever. He's talking to his homie. And at the same time, too, he's fucking getting lit with this homie.
That's all. Just go say, too. He's sitting there knocking a few down.
Yeah. He's getting fucking
this nigga.
So he's like,
this shit is crazy.
Hey, so
like
homie,
that shit is so crazy.
Homie knows, dog. So homie's like, hey, just go ahead and let little homie do the tat.
And I can imagine this dude's probably just a real ass Mexican, but like you don't fuck with this dude.
Yeah.
I'm just playing this in my head.
Already.
Like you don't fuck with this Mexican type shit.
Already.
So he's like, nah, he don't know how to do shit. He's like, he ain't never done shit. He don't know how to do anything.
Set up. You ain't draw the picture out.
Yeah.
You might as well let the little nigga fucking get here, nigga. I'll pay you to do it.
Yeah, so he's like, just let him do it. Fuck it, let him do it. He's like, if he fucks it up, you could fix it or whatever. And he's like, all right. And the whole time this motherfucker's just like pacing back and forth and shit. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I ain't never folded under pressure. I'm a fucking diamond. That shit gonna make it worse.
Man.
It's gonna make it
Come
worse.
on.
You could stand on my shoulders and fucking watch me. I'm gonna get it, and you could. I'll tell you how to do it. Like this is how you do it. Like and that motherfucker left my mom. Dog. Like within the fucking next couple weeks, dog. Dip took my fucking drawings.
That's crazy.
Took my drawings and shit, man.
Did you do the tattoo?
Killed it.
Yeah. Tatted him up.
Did you get $1 for it?
I ain't get shit. Homeboy got the money. He did fucking cook like some extravagant fucking meal and shit though.
That nigga fucked you over, dog.
He cooked so extravagant.
I wasn't even tripping because that shit was. Any artist knows. Any
you weren't
artist
even an artist
knows.
yet. You were a fucking kid.
Hey, I was though, man. The graffiti.
And you were supposed to be his apprentice though, right? But how can you be an apprentice to someone who don't even know what they're doing? And I don't even know nothing about tattooing, but I'm just assuming, right?
It was bad. He was doing shit. I was just like, yo, my man.
Please tell me you killed that tattoo.
I did. Homeboy was like, yeah, do more. And he's like, damn, shit, hell yeah. Yeah, motherfucker was pissed. But hey, you know what? Shout out to him because he was never confrontational or nothing. He just stole my fucking drawings, but he was never like
that's crazy.
Hovering over me at night while I slept or something. Like he didn't beat my ass on the way home or something. But he did dip.
Hey, that nigga probably was like, "Hey, can you touch this up when we get to the crib?"
Hey, but he did dip.
That's fucking crazy. Didn't say nothing to nobody. Just left.
At the same time, my mom was like, "I know." I mean, she never said like, I mean, he left because of you, But there was animosity there, and she just kind of like,
I'm fucking dying.
She just kind of like slipped out the back door, and it was just me and my cousin that were staying at her crib, and like we realized that shit when we started to get like disconnect notices.
I didn't even know she was gone.
Hey dog,
that's crazy.
It was bad.
That's crazy.
I thought she just went back to his crib or with him for a couple of days, and days turning into weeks.
Crazy.
Weeks turning into them big notices.
Hey, but
that's fucking bananas, dog.
Dude, even though old boy,
we finna jump Emilio. That nigga Freak said we gotta jump that nigga. Freak, we finna jump that nigga. Dog.
Hey, no, even though that happened, he still left the setup. He still left the setup at the crib.
So he didn't take none of his tattoo stuff?
He took
just his gun.
He didn't leave me without.
He already knew.
He did take some other things, but shout out to him for that. He didn't leave me without. Crazy. He left me with supplies, alcohol, the soap and shit.
Oh nah. I thought you meant like this nigga let you with some tattoo equipment.
Yeah, that's what he said. Machines, some needles, some tubes.
Okay.
So he left.
So even though deep down he was leaving, he still had
exactly.
he still had a little heart in him to look out the youngster.
Shout out to him because he left me with enough
to make some money.
To get on my grind.
Yeah, to start off.
And I remember when we got disconnect notice back in the days, it was like, yo, take the slip, go to HEB, hand it to him, pay it, come back home.
Yeah.
Grab some steaks.
Already.
And yeah, shit, shout out to my cousin, man.
No ID needed or nothing.
Rest in peace to my cousin, Joe Mike Swatters, dog. That's my angel. That fool's with me. Like, if you see me off talking in the wind, that fool's right here. Like, and I think he's the bad angel, like, hey, do fry him. Turn the heat up. Yeah. Man, it was me and him. He was so wild, man. He would go to HEB, pay the bills, grab some food. I'm there at the house trying to do a little tat, do a little piercing too.
Yeah.
And, just trying to get,
money,
$40 bucks for the day were good. Yeah. $40 for the day were good. Nah, he would go to HEB. Hey, I like that tattoo. You thinking about getting more work? Man, I'll tell you right now. Well, I don't even have a ride. I'll take you.
Come on.
Hop in the truck. He'll tie you right now. He's almost done.
Yeah.
Man, he would always show up with people.
Random ass people.
That's solid.
Damn.
That's solid.
Like I talk about the tattooing, I've been doing it for like 19, 20 years. And when I first started, it was a cutthroat. I ain't teaching you shit.
Yeah. Obviously,
I ain't
Emilio.
gonna show you shit. Yeah.
Obviously, Emilio.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly how not to do it. So is every man for himself. But if you're doing what everybody's telling you is wrong, but you're getting these results that they can't even achieve, ain't nobody telling you shit. Come on. Well, that perspective didn't come until later on in life.
Of course.
When it was me and my cousin in the crib after my mom dipped, hustle mode. I didn't give two fucks about what you wanted, what the fuck it was.
Right.
Pay me first.
Right.
Sit down.
Right.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Tell me where you want it.
Come on.
I'm trying my fastest to get you in and out of here.
Be happy with what you got.
I don't even care what it looks like. I don't even want a picture. Just leave.
Right.
Just go.
Like a nigga go.
Go. Yeah. You already paid me. So in my head, I'm thinking like, get this, go. You got to go. Forget my number. Don't knock on this door. Don't come back. Like, yeah, that was the first stage of it. And it was hustle mode.
Right.
And shit, we lived like kings in the hood.
Yeah.
Every day. Me and my cousin Joe Mike, that fool, that was it. Yeah. Paid the bills.
Big shout out to Joe Mike. Man.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Hey, and later on down in life, I mean, it wasn't long. It wasn't like years on years.
Right.
I think it happened, mid summer, and we paid the bills to the end of the year. By the end of the year, they thought nobody was supposed to be in this crib. I had my aunt, pull up on us.
Right.
Because the home was owned through the whole family,
Okay.
Basically, my mom was was the youngest. She was in there.
Right.
Aunt pulled up on me. Opened the door like,
what the fuck is going on?
Lights on. Hey, and even as young kids, we're smoking outside.
Yeah.
Weren't sloppy.
Even though mom gone, we still
gone. Yeah, we keeping it
lights on.
To she could come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
hey, it was 7:30 a.m. We're already moving. Gave her a cup of coffee. Craziest thing ever in my life. Having a cup of coffee with my aunt, she just like, I'm gonna go back to Houston. I'm like,
crazy.
Love you. You need anything? She's like, nah. She gave me a time limit or whatever. And I was already
So what she basically came down to like try
out
to
the
take
door.
over the house right then and there, but she saw that you
Man,
were
she was
kind of
gonna-
doing good, so she kind of let you keep it a little bit longer.
Man, she was expecting to come and
It'd be all
out
ripped
of
tore
date
up.
food in the fridge,
Right.
sloppy mess, and
Right.
clean. House smell like pine saw.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pine saw on deck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Live.
And I didn't abuse it, Took it for what it was.
Yeah, already. Wasn't no need to.
Did whatever I had to do. She gave me a time frame. I was out of there before then.
Right.
But yeah,
That's
shout out to that.
That's lit.
That was 15, 16. Yeah. Like I said, jumping back and forth between mom and dad and shit. Yeah.
Teaches you a lot.
Yeah.
What's the second stage of tattooing? You told us about the first stage, just to
Second stage was, understanding this shit was hard.
Hard
Like-
in what sense? Like all around or just
All around.
What you start getting critiqued about your work at that point, to where people were trying to say like, yeah, he didn't really do necessarily a good job, to make you want to like try to like to go to step
harder,
2. Like, what
go
made you
harder.
even go to step 2 instead of just
Right.
continuing
Staying
step 1 through your
one
whole
already.
life to where you at today? You're still on step 1. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you just
Step 2.
or stage 1. That's that stage 2.
We'll call step 1 Emilio.
Stage
Yeah,
1. We'll call
yeah.
stage 1 Emilio.
Stage one was Emilio abusing that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking the game.
Stage 2 was so hungry for it and nobody teaching you shit.
You gotta get it.
Going so hard
Yeah.
that somebody said, hey, I'm gonna start a shop. I want you to work in it. Like trying to go to places,
But I guess like what I'm getting to is like what's the transition when I say stage 2? What's the transition to go from just rushing to get fucking people out the door and hopefully they don't ever come back to I want you to come back and let me put a little bit more effort into it. Not even to where we at today. I'm talking back then. What was the next stage back then to put in more effort into it to where it's not just I'm doing a tattoo and hopefully they don't come back.
I just need this money to
exactly.
I want you to come back.
Stage 2 was definitely starting it. Stage 2 was trying to get somewhere.
Had the people stop coming? Had your cousin, the people from HEB stop? Had that already fell off already? Type shit. Like you needed a new type of income, like already. Not new type of income, but that route was already done.
You take it up a notch.
Nah, you know what? Honestly, the only thing that probably made it end doing that whole route was just, I don't know. I want to say thinking about different ventures.
Right.
At that time, I was like, I don't know if I want to just tattoo. I want to be a mechanic. I want to work at mechanic places. Basically starting at like a O'Reilly's, working my way to like a tire shop, and then working my way to like a suspension shop. Just to like, fucking with the automotive. Just to further myself in that. While doing that, saying, I could fucking draw, like, I can tattoo. I know I can tattoo. This second time around, invest more in the art.
Already.
Pay your dues. Go get it. Go try to get an apprenticeship.
Right.
And every place I went to just never gave me the time of day.
That's crazy.
But I really didn't have like a lot of drawings. When Emilio took my shit, like that was heartbreaking. Like, damn, I gotta start over, start drawing over.
Fuck him.
But yeah, I did. I just started drawing over, started drawing, and then picking the machine back up and saying, well, all right, I'm gonna try. Fuck the money. You want a tattoo? Let me see what I can do.
Yeah.
Like, let me see
Let me really see what the fuck I can do.
Yeah. Let me see what I can do. Right. Let me put my time into it.
Right.
Let me do some research.
Right.
Let me see what other people have done. And honestly, the second stage was me trying to look for somebody. Let me see. Let me know the ropes. This shit was so cutthroat. It was like
just
every man for yourself.
Second stage is almost like you seeking almost like a mentor almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Already. Which I would call it an apprentice. Is that what
Yeah,
already?
apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Already.
But nobody wants to give one,
Oh,
especially if they see that you're gonna potentially be fucking
better than
competition or better than them at some point in time.
I mean, nobody wants to teach somebody
Their job.
Yeah, you know how they make money.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
So it gives you a level and respect for it. So the second part of it was me going and doing it so hard out of the crib that somebody was like, "Yo, you're good. Come work with me at the shop." And me going over there and
I'll fucking teach you.
not only that, me being like, "I'm not worthy."
You gotta stay humble.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Fuck yeah.
And
Especially after seeing how cutthroat it really is out here.
Yeah.
And you even just saying the words that you're gonna take a chance with a dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel that.
But not offering help or anything until, okay, now I see you.
Yeah.
I didn't have to tell you to do anything. Now I see you. I see you doing things. So
I'm like I'm living that right now.
So yeah. At that point, I want to give a shout out to Francisco Hinojosa. On Instagram, he's a Tratty Daddy. Anyways, I say that's my mentor. He really didn't show me how to tattoo much. I mean, he did. Don't get me wrong. He showed me techniques and other stuff.
Right.
But he didn't show me what volts to use or whatever. Or
Okay.
He didn't even stay specifically like that. He's the one that told me it's like traveling. Some run, some skip, some hop, some jump, some fly, some swim. As long as you get to your destination, that's all that matters. Treat it like traveling. I can't tell you that you're doing it wrong when you're getting results. You're like, God, well, fuck.
Right.
This is the guy that you said was doing everything fucking wrong.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, so he's the one that told me that at the same time, showed me the ropes, showed me the business, showed me how to be a people person. Yeah, shout out to Frank.
Where was his shop at?
He actually opened a shop with 3 people, and I was the third person.
Third.
Yep, third.
Oh shit.
3 till I die. It was me, Francisco Hinojosa, and Raymond Flores, and he's a dude. They're all world class tattooers now.
Damn.
Like, yeah, and like I said, at one point in time, I wanted him to show me how to do some stuff, and I don't think he would. Like, he didn't want to. Like, he was kind of hesitant about it.
There's no need.
Yeah, and it wasn't until he opened the shop that he was like, "Fucking good. You're sharp. You get through the wood, but let me show you how to craft it nice and smooth.
Yeah.
You're a little rough around the edges." And yeah, he did. And at the same time, gave me a respect for it. I mean, fuck, shout out to the man. He's the only person that tattoos this right arm. That's why it's spotted. Everything else I have is covered.
Come on.
Yeah, this is his arm. My right hand man. Dog, I give him this arm. Sometimes he just freestyles on me.
Yeah. Go to work.
Yeah,
Do your thing.
and he'll just draw a marker. I don't tell him nothing.
Do your thing.
Yeah, cook.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
all right.
But the third part of the
third
tattooing,
stage.
the third stage is honing in. Just, yeah, I'm gonna get paid. It's no longer about fuck the art, give me the money.
Right.
It's not fuck the money,
Right.
give me the money.
Right.
But I'm gonna go hard.
Yeah.
Like, as a matter of fact, I had a session the other night.
Dialed in.
Yeah, I had a session the other night on my homie, and I was hooking him up, and he's like, "You stop, bro. You stop." I'm like, "Man, I'm in zone, dog." I'm like, he's like, "Man, yeah, just stop." I'm like, "Man, once I get going, man, it's like, yeah."
You can go.
I'll tell you, dog, is being a fucking heavy ass drug user, something about art, you can't fucking. I feel that shit trickle down my spine, dog.
Yeah, straight up.
When I look at a wall or a painting or a tattoo or cars or anything, like something that any individual creates with their hands, like there's a fucking dopamine that trickles, dog, that
feels-
can't be covered, dog. I've done a lot of drugs. Ain't nothing compared to that shit.
That's crazy.
Like nothing. The only thing that compares to that shit is graffiti, dog. And the real graffitiers know, man. You do a piece that's illegal, but it looks like it's legal, like full color background, characters, completely covering the wall, and knowing that motherfucker did that in like 3-4 hours, you know, like.
You ever get in
he was
trouble?
on a
You ever
high.
get in trouble for graffiti back in the day?
I did.
As a kid, or
I did as a kid. The first time as a kid, it probably happened with my mom. And I think I went a school year with my dad because I got caught with the graffiti when I was in Pasadena. My dad was strict. Remember, my dad was strict. My mom was the wild one. Like, I remember, like, if I could pretend that I'm asleep and mom come in and check on me, and then she dips, I know she ain't gonna be back until, you know, midnight,
right,
1 or whatever. Like, so I'm good if I can get out by like 10, creep around. You know, sometimes I did it early. Like as soon as the sun started setting, you know, if I could get out there, you know, just give me 1 hour.
One solid
1 hour.
fucking hour.
Give me a solid hour.
Uninterrupted hour. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that.
And as far as pieces, the only exception is trains. I never walked away from a piece. I camped out, been chased off.
Came right the fuck back.
Came right the fuck. Hid in dumpsters. You know, climbed all types of shit.
Yeah.
Laid in all types of funk. Been in people's backyards.
Yes.
Not disrupting shit.
Come on.
Yeah, just
waiting to get back to where I was at.
going back. Going right back. I ain't never walked away from shit.
Yes.
And just that thrill, like that thrill. From,
So the first time you get in trouble was with your parents?
with my mom in Pasadena. And I remember I think she cut the school year short and she was like, you know, just go with your dad.
How did you get caught?
I was in school and it was just like a detention thing because they seen a name or whatever that I've written in school.
Like ISS, basically, almost like an in-school suspension type shit?
Yeah.
Already.
And then I'm talking about just like a marker drawing of my name. And you know, them seeing it.
Where at? Would you tag?
A desk.
It was a cafeteria table.
Oh,
How
man.
It was big. It was big. It was pretty big. and you know they didn't. I don't think they caught me on camera or anything.
They
like
saw
that.
your name. They connected the dots
I think somebody snitched.
for that Crime Stoppers reward.
But you know, back then it was fucking Saturday school. Back then it was Saturday school. Like you got Saturday school. Okay, fuck. Go into Saturday school, thinking it's cool, you know. Then go into school Monday, and like teachers and shit calling my mom with like a task force. They're like, this name has done graffiti all over the fucking place. Like a lot, and damages like a lot. And like, yeah, my mom fucking couldn't even deal with it. Like, just get the fuck out of here. Went with my dad, and instead of I remember my dad picking me up. Cause yeah, man, they had Saturday school and then they had alternative school.
Yep.
And I mean, I've been to, I think, an alternative school here, La Raza.
Yeah.
And
What's that? The one I'm bringing with?
La Raza is almost, I wouldn't even call it alternative. La Raza is basically almost like whenever you damn near get kicked out of an alternative school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also if you just want to leave school
Yeah.
early and go get creative type shit, you know what I'm saying? I think La Raza gets a bad rep, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of kids would get
Where
kicked
is that
out of
at?
right there on fucking Greenwood. A lot of kids, but back then it was on Morgan, right? I mean, like
yeah.
on Baldwin and shit.
Yeah.
Back then it was like the baddest of the baddest, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfucker get kicked out of CCISD, you go to SLGC, you get kicked out of SLGC, your next stop was La Raza.
So I had been to those. Like I had been to that. In Pasadena, it's all grades. And there was stabbings and shit. Like
At the alternative school or at the
yeah, their alternative school in Pasadena
was all
like-
grades.
yeah, it was all grades.
That's
It
how
was
West Stosos was. Hell yeah.
It was like, and they were wilding. They had padded rooms, carpet from top to bottom. They'll throw you in there. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, it was,
Being
bad
bad.
is bad.
Niggas
bad
H-Town, nigga, they dealing with kids from 3rd Ward, 5th Ward.
those kids, hey,
This
those,
motherfucker acting crazy, talking that shit, gonna throw you in that carpet.
You gotta think, man, the parents is both
Yeah.
fucking Sherm heads. You know what I'm saying? That's all the kids see. So they act. You know what I'm saying? You got
got
the
a
roughest
room full of carpet for your ass.
Yeah.
The roughest of the roughest over there.
hey,
shit.
wilding, bro.
Shit.
So
I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life.
yeah, so I went like maybe a week.
Carpet room.
Yeah.
The walls.
You imagine them kids in 3rd, 4th grade that are just shut the fuck up, like back then, you couldn't do that, and there'd be that one kid.
Yeah, I
basically,
remember that.
basically they won't straight jacket them or nothing,
Right.
but they'll throw you in that room and it's soundproof and shit. They'll just turn off the light, and shit.
Take a nap, nigga.
Yeah, shut up, scream out all your oxygen and shit.
Scream until you take a nap.
Yeah, so I went to that school for like a week, a week in it, and I was like, "Yo, Dad, save me, take me back to GP, like take me back to GP, like." But yeah, I got in trouble. In Pasadena.
You never got in trouble with the laws or nothing for graffiti?
They were on the verge of like doing some shit,
Right.
but I don't know. My mom was wild too, so I mean, she probably just fucking was like, "Fuck you, fuck these court summons, fuck all this shit."
Send your
I
ass
moved
away.
too. I dipped too.
I'm not dealing with
He
it.
ain't even with me.
He with his daddy.
Yeah,
So that's crazy.
yeah.
That's wild.
But like I said, man, I remember being a kid. Man, I remember one time being out, having a window. Mom's at the club, so midnight to 2,
So you gotta
get it done, right?
Yeah.
I remember hitting it, and I didn't have a watch, but I remember there was a bank that had a clock,
Okay.
and that shit said like 2:40,
Oh,
almost
yeah,
3.
You fucked.
Yeah. The whole time I'm
You're
thinking,
fucked.
the whole time I'm thinking like, fuck,
Yeah, you in trouble.
sweating bullets,
I promise.
and
Damn near on the jog on the way to the
Yeah.
house.
Lived in an apartment. Lived in an apartment, 2nd floor, and
yeah.
then fucking stairs were loud as fuck. Dun, 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 fucking walking up that motherfucker, getting in, and I'm like, fuck. She ain't even there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where do you keep your cans and all this? I think I asked somebody
That's
else.
crazy.
Hey,
Somebody
okay.
else too. So when
That's
you're living in an
bananas.
apartment, like, does your mom know you're a graffiti artist? Does she know you're a tag or whatever she's considering you? Or where are you keeping like your backpack full of cans?
See, I'm trying to be as safe as I can. Keep it very limited, But even as a kid, I knew my main shit was to look for a garage, with the garage open, and spot a can. I ain't flipping through no cabinets. Like, that was my means. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I did.
So you're not even looking for like what
I'm
they
not
would
stealing.
consider like.
I ain't gonna steal. I ain't stealing shit. There could be gold and diamonds there. I'm gonna get the paint. Keep the fucking gold and diamonds. Like, I'm gonna
So
get the
back
paint.
then it wasn't about like designer paints because I see everybody like posting all
fuck
these paints.
no.
It's all about
Nah,
designer
hell
paints
no.
and all this. So
Paints
back
in
then
general.
it was just whatever I
paints.
could get my fucking hands
It
on.
was whatever's there.
Already.
And anything that I took, like I said, I was never one to, just do an outline or something, or just like some quick writing, like
all out.
I'm gonna sit there for 2-3 hours, and I'm gonna use everything that I got.
Even if all I got is this black and gold.
because
that's it.
Y'all finna make that bitch go.
Yeah, and I would have a bad habit. I would dump it along the way, Trash can here, trash can there, trash can there. I would never take anything home, so I never
really?
had anything stashed.
Already.
The only thing that I really did have was like fat markers, big markers. Even at that too, I was really cautious about that until fucking cafeteria one time just
Wow.
slipped up,
Can't help
just
it.
not giving a fuck, thinking that the school was way too big and shit.
Tripping like
Did it, whatever, whole fucking cafeteria's popping, whatever, going whoop de whoop, going. First class is cool, second class I'm like, home free, shit. What's up? You holler at your boy. Fourth period, they fucking right this way, right this way. After lunch, you got some lunch in you. Now you about to get nervous and shit it out.
I promise. I promise.
Fuck.
Fucking insane. That's crazy.
But man, graffiti's just uncomparable. Just
The feeling, the rush.
and that's the thing. There ain't no rules. You can't do it right. Can't do it wrong.
right.
There's famous people that suck at it.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing too. I was gonna say this too when you were talking about Emilio too, because if I ain't mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't that the same thing with like the tattoo thing? Like anybody, I could literally go buy some tattoo equipment tomorrow and call myself a professional tattoo artist, right?
You could.
Yeah, I mean, it's the work. Whatever you.
But I don't
the
need
work
to go.
always
I don't.
speaks
I
for
don't need to
itself.
go downtown and get or go to a class to
there's
and
no-
do
there-
10
yeah, there's
hours.
no
and-
license.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's no license. There's no certification.
There's no certification.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
To
Not
be
for
a tattoo artist?
not
No,
for tattooing.
nothing. Nothing.
There's no certification to be like so. I can really be a tattoo artist.
Yes, tomorrow.
Hey,
I
the only
Yeah.
thing that you need to do it legitly in a tattoo shop
business.
is a blood-borne pathogen license. And whoever owns the shop, they just have to have the shop registered and licensed.
insured, basically.
Not even insured. I mean,
So if he had a homeboy that had a tattoo shop
Your
and he goes and
release
spends
form is
$1,000 on tattoo equipment tomorrow, he could literally be working in that shop tomorrow night legally.
you have to have the certificate.
What's the certificate and where do you get it from?
It's on the Texas License and Registration.
Okay, how much does that
It's
cost?
the TDLR website or whatever. I think it's $90.
Okay.
But
And that's the
But-
bloodborne pathogen certificate.
that is cheap, and it's good for like 3 or 4
But
years.
is that the certificate that you're talking about? The $90 one. What is that?
That's the
certificate?
license. That's
To
the
do
license to have a tattoo shop.
Oh, to have
Yeah.
a shop.
Yes, but
have
you
a
don't
shop.
need a shop if you to be an artist.
You have to have the license, and the license has to have a name for the shop and an address. And once that is into play, then
Essentially, I can make this my shop, though.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, okay, say you own the tattoo shop, Gabe's Tattoos. Skub knows nothing about tattoos. He tomorrow morning, obviously it's late. Tomorrow morning he goes and spends $1,000, $2,000 on tattooing equipment. By tomorrow night, can he be working at your shop legally? Like, what is it going to take for him to be working at your shop legally? He's not trying to be the owner. He just you got a booth that's open. You told Skub he could take that booth for the monthly, for whatever the weekly, monthly rent. What else does Skub need to get in there?
okay, so
Legally.
I would.
So here's the thing, and it's kind of sad. Depending, because I mean, shops, there's bad shops.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There's
We're
street
not
shops.
even talking about his skill level or nothing. We're just saying, what does he need legally to be in there without getting in trouble? Nothing,
A
right?
bloodborne pathogen license.
That's it.
Yeah, and that comes from the American Red Cross, and that thing is like, I don't know, $50-$60 a year, or like it's not. I think it's like bi-yearly, or it might even be
it.
3 years, 3 or 4 years. I don't know. I'm not.
He said, Skub said, "Fuck this furniture game."
At the same time,
Tomorrow, baby. It's crazy.
hey, but it's not always sweet. You got your ups and your downs. I mean, shit. One day you might make fucking $3,000. Next fucking 3 days you might not make shit. Yeah, you gotta know how to save. Gotta know how to spread it out, spare it.
That's crazy. That's why you want to ask for people's portfolios.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Let me see the work that you did.
Yeah, because some tattoo artists can stay booked up to like almost damn near like year, 2 years type shit, huh? Like Mr.
Yeah.
Cartoon and people like that type shit.
yeah, I stay booked out like a month.
Oh, damn, that's what's up. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's insane.
You, to anybody, I just gotta tell them, like, tattooing has so many subgenres. Like, just like it's treated like music. You know, don't go to a portrait artist expecting to get lettering. You know, because they don't do that.
And
Don't-
vice versa. Don't go to a lettering artist expecting to get
Get
a
a portrait.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean, you know, and that's artists can do anything. You know, like the work is in the proof. But believe me, there's different things that individually they'll excel at farther.
fuck yeah.
Right.
Like, you know, you wouldn't go get somebody that does reggae music and have them hop on a country song. You know, like
Yeah.
like. I mean, you could. Don't tell me you can't. But
Right.
Well, I tell people all the time because I DJ, but like I'm not a scratch master. I'm not finna sit there like I could scratch, but I'm not fucking gonna Kid Capri your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I just ain't that ain't my
That ain't your tempo.
exactly.
I feel that.
Everybody has strengths and weaknesses.
Of course.
And that's one thing too, is like some people I get everything. I get it all across the board. Like, damn, that's badass, and or like, you could have done this better, or like even people be like, damn, how come my shit wasn't like, well, because you didn't ask for this. Like you asked, I gave you what you wanted. Like, and then
specify.
The further I go in the career,
it's specificity costs.
Yeah, the further I go in the career, the more I kind of hate to hear, well, you're the artist.
Bro, I hate that shit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that.
You're
love
the
that.
DJ, like, what the fuck, what you want?
I love that, but 9 times out of 10, when somebody says that, and I'm like, all right, and I go off and I present it to them, they're like, oh, well, nah. Like,
yep.
Well, okay. Yep. Well, now you're being specific. Should have just said that. Like, don't try to make me to conform to like what you want. Like, that's crazy. That boggles my mind. Like, because those are the people that come back and are like, damn, how come my shit sound like that? Or because you put me in a fucking box. Like, I tell everybody,
I'm a peacock. Let me fly.
Like, nah, y'all are the movie. I'm just a projector.
Come on.
Like, I'm gonna just give you what you want. Fuck.
That's live.
That's why somebody could be like, damn, he did that. Like, hey, I might not even take a picture. They might just see it in the wild.
What would you say is your strong suit when it comes to this tattooing? Where do you excel at? Where do we come to see Gabe for?
I do a lot of realism. Like,
oh no shit.
That's what I do, a lot of realism. Black and gray realism. And I'll say my style of tattooing is dark. It's heavy contrasted. Like, I use a lot of black and just hollow pieces to show like depth. Like, that's really what I've been doing lately. Is just dark pieces. Like,
that's dope. Okay, and I got another question for you, brother. How do you feel about people using numbing creams versus people not using numbing creams to get tattooed nowadays?
There's some that work and there's some that don't. I mean, I only know of one specifically that works good. But some people, expect to rub it on and that should just kick in and then be good for like 4 hours. You're like, nah, you gotta exfoliate. Yeah. You gotta shave the area, apply the cream, wrap yourself in saran wrap, like suffocate that shit.
Yeah. Like, let that absorb into your body.
Yep. And then people think they can rub like in between, like, man, fucking earn that shit.
I think your rod may be outside, so we'll get ready to wrap it up in a minute. It's almost, hell yeah, we'll get ready.
That shit's hilarious.
Let's hit them with some top 5 questions, man.
All right, man. So, before we get out of here, definitely got to hit you with the realness, man. I'm gonna need 10 answers out of you, because I'm going to need your top 5 hip-hop artists coming out of Corpus Christi of all time. Then I'm going to need your top 5 tattoo artists in Corpus Christi of all time. In no particular order.
We'll give you 361 Eric, since you like from Gregory and like Portland. So we'll give us
361.
Yeah, give us the 361.
In no particular order, not best to least no particular order, and fuck what anybody thinks about your list.
Okay.
Is this your list? This ain't nobody else's list.
Give us the rap one first.
Yeah.
Okay, the rap one,
Yes.
my top 5.
Yes.
And let's
Out
just
of
say
Corpus.
361.
Yes.
Because just being heavily influenced, the old school crew, 7 Sins.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna shout out Big Lust, and that's Ruben Herrera. I've done stuff with him. Like, shout out to him.
We could count 7 Sins as the whole is one. You know what I'm saying?
That's,
The whole
that's,
7
that's,
Sins
that's,
counting
that's
as
for
one.
shit.
Yeah.
As one.
Yeah, I'll probably put them at 1.
Not even no particular order.
No
but
particular
Yeah,
order.
yeah.
But the number, that's one.
That's your first choice.
I'll say
your
them.
first choice.
Yeah, first choice. I'll say them. Shout out Ice House Records. Ice.
Already.
Ice for sure. Shout out EFI. EFI, Mike Mann. Shit, honestly,
Got
Skub, got Skub.
Come on, talk that talk, man.
Skub, dog.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, inspiring. Yeah.
One more.
One more.
All time.
All time.
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Man. You know what? I'll shout out my boy Dark Street fam too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, top
for sure.
Yeah, 5.
Take that. I'll take that. Wah, 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 wah. Take that.
My bad, y'all. I'm high.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Gotta hit
And you
myself
said
with
what?
the.
You said 5 tattoo artists.
Yes, sir. 361 area code.
Your 5 favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, your top 5
Your
favorite.
top 5 favorite.
Top 5 favorite. Man. I have to say,
Like, what are, I guess the easier way, what are 5 artists that you would let hit you up?
Talk that talk.
yeah, Francisco Hinojosa.
Don't say he gotta
Chatty
be on
Daddy.
that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Francisco Hinojosa, Chatty Daddy. That's one. Rudy Serrano. Devin Casares. Damn. Try not to
Hey,
break hearts.
hey, it ain't
It
their
always
list.
comes to that
Yeah.
this
It
part.
always- it ain't their list. It's your list.
But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have to round it out.
They'll be strong.
Yeah, I have to round it out.
We'll let you give them some honorable mentions after you pick 2
Of
more.
course.
I have to end it with Jason Perez and trying to think of an old school man. Mala Suerte. Yeah. Shout out Mala Suerte.
The freak got a question before we get up out of here. He said, your favorite tattoo show?
I don't like none of them, dog.
None of them ever? Not
of
even of all time, never?
Hey,
There's
none
none
of
of the
them-
tattoo show that you like?
Master New York.
None of them ever, because I'll say it as a tattoo artist, and I've seen the new school and I've seen the old school,
Right.
and I'm not just talking about time period. I'm talking about time period. Coil machines, clip cords,
Yeah.
pedals,
Pedals already.
no batteries, no
Yeah,
wireless
yeah,
shit,
free-
no cartridges.
Well, that shit is crazy.
You had fucking 5 machines set out.
Yeah, to do
But
a single
I'm-
tattoo.
And I'm talking about old school, like cleaning your tubes by hand
yeah.
and putting them in the fucking autoclave and running them fucking spore tests yourself, motherfucker. Not because you're trying to write it down on no fucking piece of paper, because you don't want to fucking transfer any
Anything.
bloodborne pathogen, motherfuckers.
Anything.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah,
days.
so yeah. None of any tattooer will tell you all those fucking tattoo shops. Me myself, all that fucking drama shit is unwanted. I don't give 2
It's
fucks.
not needed.
I don't
Fabricated.
give a fuck. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
Yeah, it's not needed.
I'm so sorry. And the hardest part of telling people something is, man, quit getting your fucking portraits of people on their deathbed and in their fucking 80s and 90s and shit. I know there's pictures of these people when they're fucking
When they were
10,
30.
9. I'm like, come on. Quit doing that shit. Y'all getting fucking raisins and shit. Like, these people, it's terrible. It's terrible. And then when you see the pictures, you're like, and then they're sad. They're looking at you like, come on. Don't get Gam when she's fucking 92.
Yes,
You know, fuck. She got the fucking oxygen on her and shit. Like, just do it without the mask. man.
Right. This is how I wanted to
Yeah,
remember.
make sure you zoom in on her hand holding my hand holding her hand. Like, you know how fucking terrible that sounds? Sounds like you got a sleeve of you fucking strangling your mother and shit. You want to capture the moment.
Yeah, he said zoom in on the hand.
It's the moment I fucking yeah. Let me get my hand holding her hand and then fade into her with the oxygen tank and then a heartbeat above it and shit. Like fuck, man. Come on.
Hey man, I appreciate you, man. This has been another one, brother.
Let everybody know where they can follow you at, man. Shit, where they can visit you
Where
at
they
to
can
get
go and get
all that
tatted,
shit. Hell
man.
yeah.
Hey, yeah, my tattoo shit. My Instagram is at the art of Gabe Herrera. No spaces, nothing fancy.
Right.
At the art of Gabe Herrera. Catch me on Facebook, man. Shit, I'm on Facebook. Fuck all the other platforms. I'll fucking say this shit right now. Facebook pays me the most. I'm on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Live.
Anything's fucking possible.
Yeah, that's live.
Yeah. Facebook. Gabe Herrera. It's me.
Amen.
Anybody that knows me is third.
Amen. Hey, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate y'all.
This has been
Hell
fantastic.
yeah. This was dope as fuck. Hell yeah.
I just want to end the pod tonight with a big fuck you to Emilio.
Yeah. Give me my fucking drawings, dog. Been fucking 20-something years, dog. You can't fucking tat, dog. Come on, dog. Fuck.
Hey, bro. And this is Riding High Presents off the Kush podcast, and we out. Yeah. Real for real. That was lit.
Yeah, dog.
That was litty, bro.
Definitely.